We are approaching the end of 2025, and I have a choice. I really have a choice on whether or not I want to really focus up. And the past year, 2025, I've made some, let's just say, some real big moves, but not enough, if you will. It's more like uh, let's say, a mindset shift. Now, I think best way to put it is through having these two differences, being having an anti-spiral mindset and then having a spiral grind set. Now, the best way I can put this is the idea of overthinking. I think this is a very common, very let's say general topic. Everyone, mostly me, just is thinking about things rather than actually doing something with it. We're stuck in a whole, s- uh, let's just say, a limbo of analysis paralysis. Now, all those words I just said, they're just words. I guess that's the thing I'm trying to sort of recognize is that at the end of the day, can do all this thinking. It doesn't matter how well you put it, like overthinking and whatnot. At the end of the day, it's all just a lot of theory and is missing a key component, which is actually doing. That's the greatest part. And thing I'm more realizing is that amount of doing I've been doing, if you will, is whatever is comfortable or whatever is the thing I know of. Does that make sense? It's the world I am very familiar with. Oh, what's that? Marvel Rivals? I gotta play that. It's pretty good. I know that it's a game I can probably excel at, and I will proceed to do so. I'm going to go to Celestial soon. Or something more realistically, it's the uh, YouTube algorithm being very, let's just say, really adapted to my taste. Now I have a little too much Marvel Rivals on my feed and a lot of inspirational shit. What am I? Why am I bringing up Marvel Rivals? I don't know. Maybe I'm Rivals rotted. But the main point is what I'm trying to say is that I need to start doing the more uncomfortable or more so go into the unknown. I guess that's the key point I'm trying to make. And so the I guess the reason why I bring up the whole anti-spiral dynamic is that think of the anti-spiral as more like the idea that everything's kind of hopeless, or the better way to put it, as in put in the show of Gurren Lagann, it is the idea that you have a self limit or a limit imposed by others, or rather humanity. It's just the finite finite sense of being of, oh, we are merely here temporarily, we cannot live forever and all that. There's that part of it where if taken to an extreme, that's all we are. It's meaningless, there's nothing there. But on the other side, it's infinity. Now, as I mentioned with the whole overthinking, yapping, talking about random terms and all that, the best way I could put infinity is like I'm saying with the whole limiting of your own mind, is sort of thinking in itself. is trying to just limit the current reality you're looking at into a specific thing. Now, that in itself is not necessarily wrong. However, if you cling into that a little too much, or rather, you accept that as the complete reality of things, then guess what? That is your reality. That's it. You can't change anything. We're gonna continue living, gonna continue, well, not living, more like surviving. We're gonna continue doing the same shit, different day, and that'll be it. That will be it. And that's if you're continuing on with the anti-spiral mindset, just thinking, oh, this is just what the world is. And I have to limit everything. That's it. The guys, everyone, you need to. I was gonna say think bigger, but that kind of defeats the whole point. I think the better way to put it is, dude. I'm now sounding like. Here's the issue, guys, with talking like as if I am, or here's the issue. These sort of topics of, oh, infinity and all that, it's making me sound like an absolute spiritual guru, and to some extent, that's probably what it kinda looks like. However, I think I'm trying to really condense this to a more easier way to put it that can be applicable to the daily life, and I think the best way to put it is to not let the hmm, best way to put it is to accept reality for what it is at its current state. You know, oh, I'm 26. I've got an okay job, not super great, and I got a good social group going, but that's the current world I can perceive. That's the reality I'm currently living in. However, could I just maybe carve an even better reality? That's sort of the whole central through line I am trying to figure out, or rather actually act on, experience. That's where the spiral grindset comes in. Just do it, bro. Shiloh LaBeouf, is that his name? Uh, just do it. It's that simple. What does that mean? What does it mean, the just do it part? I think I would say the best way to put it is to theorize, to have some level of intentionality, a direction, and then the just do it part is to merely inch by inch, bit by bit, progress towards it. Progress towards whatever goal, whatever reality you actually want to change, sort of like a drill. Crazy. Crazy. So, hitting this 2026, what am I yapping about? I don't know. I don't even have a script for this. But the thing I want to impart onto the future, if you will, but myself that's going to go through this next year, hopefully alive, and hopefully uh will actually follow through with everything. Not hopefully, actually I will do it. I'm doing it, yes, with this video. Similarly, it's to keep fighting on. Is to keep on the mindset, mindset, to keep acting and pushing forward. And what does this mean for me personally? Well, that means I gotta go and make bounds. I need to leave the uh, uh I forget the village name. The underground. I gotta leave the underground and create my own path. So let's just say I've got big plans and lots of things to do. And I just have to not be so burdened, I guess, by the active thought of like, oh, I need to go and write a script for this. Oh, I need to have a big plan or whatever. It should be more, I think the more ideal scenario is to, like I said, have a little bit of an intentionality, make maybe a one task thing, and just do it. That's it's that simple. But the as I said before, yapping about it, theorizing, thinking about it doesn't really matter in the idea that there is no air quotes tangible change. But I hope that this video and more so my just brain I was gonna say brain way to put it, yapping. Yes, yapping. Hopefully this little yap sesh will perhaps build upon existing thoughts that either myself or you have had, and perhaps it will actually write a script and better put it instead of me doing this without any idea what I'm doing. I'm merely pew. I am doing right now. It may not be very refined. It may not be very what is it structured, but that's currently the current feeling at this moment in time that I've want to share with you all. Yes. Mm-hmm. I need a script, guys. This is why I need a script. I don't need a script. Realistically, what the issue is with this video, not the issue with this video. It's more like the I realize that it's all this thinking. I gotta just put it off to the wayside. The priority now. I've done so much thinking over the past 2 years. It's now time where I just gotta just do. That's what I'm doing right here. So maybe think on it. No, maybe make a choice for yourself. Do you really want the anti-spiral mindset to plague your mind for the rest of time? You could do that. It will be an okay experience. You can live in the dream, not live in the dream, be stuck in the dream, or you could live and to let the totality of experience, you know, to wave to embody you. I don't know how to do English apparently, but that's basically what I'm trying to say is that rather than just thinking, imagining everything, to live it and to suffer through it. I don't know, and I'm realizing I am trying to put too much into this video, but I guess the base of it all is be a spiral grind set person. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's an outro here somewhere, right? Row, row, fight the power.